ESPN Radio. Doesn't it feel good to be here in the conference championship? Welcome to Detroit. I'm your host, Joe Guy, and man, this is it. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for. But we go up against the number one defense. I mean, that's just the truth about it. This is going to be a tough game. I mean, Missouri Tech has beat up on us for 3 straight years now. And, I mean, even season 1, I mean, they just absolutely destroyed us by 70-plus points. And then season 2 wasn't even much better. Season 3, a little closer, but still, they beat us, and they kind of beat us handily. But this year they have Pat Perez, and he's been their quarterback for the past 3 years, and this guy is a Heisman candidate, one of the best players in the nation, and possibly a top 5 pick in the upcoming draft. I don't know where he will go, probably somewhere in the top 10, but this guy is amazing. I mean, just the progression that he's made. So it's going to be a tough game all around. I don't know where we're going to take reins in this game, but I believe in this team. I mean, if there's one game that I think that we have a chance to upset the apple cart, it could be this one, because I believe in these guys. These seniors have been here all 4 years, and honestly, let's just see how this game goes. I'm excited for this matchup. I hope the fans will come out. I'm going to be there early, and you know how it goes. Let's get into the game. Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ, and welcome to the Conference Championship. Let's get straight into action as Bryant Britt is back to receive the opening kickoff, and here he is taking it back to about the 15-yard line. Missouri Tech comes into this game as the number 1 team in the country, and Pat Perez is their quarterback. He's been there for the past 3 years as a starter, and now he's going to get a chance to play for a national championship if he wins this game. So the first pass on offense across the middle. It's going to be caught by Deion Carter. Welcome back to the lineup. He gets going out of the backfield with a gain of 9 yards with the catch. As we get it to a 2nd and 1 now, Hollinson checks in, the future of our backfield. He takes it to the right side, and he throws a stiff arm and falls forward. And that's about a gain of 6 for him. First down. And we're starting out right. So running Adrian West in motion this time. Throw out to him. And West spins around but gets hit hard. And it's only going to be maybe a gain of 1, maybe. So now 5 wide out there. Frazier from the pocket. Sending up some pressure was Missouri Tech. But we get it away. And that is Xavier Gonzalvo. 23 yards for the junior tight end now. And it's a first down. So handoff Carter. Makes a move inside. And picks up 8. We're across the 50. We're moving the ball well. Remember, this is the number 1 defense in the nation, only giving up 12 points per game. Frazier, 5 wide, throws to Carter again in his 2nd catch of the game. That's the element that we've been missing from this offense. A running back that can line up at receiver and really catch the ball and do things after the catch. Hollinson doesn't have the greatest hands. He's a true running back, but he's not much of a receiving back. So here's Frazier moving out to the right side. He throws a stiff arm and then gets pushed out. Gain of 10 for him. So now 2nd and inches this time. Frazier throws to the end zone. And he had Adrian West open. And he just airmails this one. Adrian West gets open, wide open off of the press. And it's just a missed throw. And now we come out here with a 3rd and inches. This should be an easy pickup. Carter, handoff. But it's a stop in the backfield. Loss of 1 yard. This number 1 defense will show up this game. And we're going to take our points because we don't know how many we're going to get and how many opportunities we will, as it's 3-0. So one team that's fighting for position here in the BCS polls is Florida as they defeat Auburn. So they are looking to go to the national championship as well. They'll need a couple of cars to fall their way, but they're in the hunt. So here's the Heisman hopeful. This is Pat Perez on the field. He throws to Cooper. Cooper has a lot of room, and he gets to about the 50. That little short pass went for 27 yards. A first down for Missouri Tech. Pat Perez is not known to make many mistakes at quarterback. That's why he's regarded as a top 10 quarterback in next year's draft as he throws across the middle of the field. And it's Andre Edwards, first down again. So now they're set up in field goal range. Pat Perez tries to scramble, but he is sacked. And that's Jacory Reed, the veteran safety. He gets a sack. He's going into his senior year next year. So 3rd and 5 this time. Pat Perez facing pressure, gets rid of it to Johnson, and Johnson's got room. Gain of 10 yards, 1st down. And now this drive continues. Pat Perez is perfect. So handoff this time to Baker, the freshman. He gets some room, hesitates a little bit, but he picks up 9 yards, and he's going to be the bright star of this team once Pat Perez leaves. So play action fake, throw to the right side. It's going to be caught, and that is Tim Royal for the touchdown. 6 yards out. Missouri Tech takes the early lead, 7-3. They made that drive look easy. So here we are back on an offense. Phoenix Frazier buying some time with his feet. He's going to roll to left side, and he will pick up about maybe a gain of 5 on that one, pushed out of bounds. And that eventually brings it to a 3rd and 5. We line up a 5 wide. They're sending the pressure. They love to send these blitzes as Frazier buys some time, throws to Andrews, and gets lit up. He can't hold on to that one in traffic. He drops it, and now Tech is back out onto the field. So Baker this time, handoff up the middle, and it's going to be about a gain of 9 as they're set up after a pretty good punt return. And now they're already inside of field goal range just about. So here's a pitch out the left side. This time it's Baker who gets tackled and pushed out of bounds. Brian York with a nice heads-up play that time, just getting in his way. Couldn't wrap him up, so he pushes him out of bounds. So 3rd and 4, throw across the middle, and that's what that play does. Gain of 2, and now it's 4th and 2. Pat Perez only has 1 incompletion, and they're going to line up to go for it here. 4th and 2. It looks like they have a full house backfield. Handoff. Baker. He stopped in the backfield. Nick Baker loses. Actually gains 1 yard. He needed 2. But Brian York was in the backfield. What a play. And now we take back over on offense. As here we go. Facing this number 1 defense, it's not going to be easy. So here's Frazier. Quick throw across the middle. It's going to be caught by another senior, Andre Booker. And that's a gain of 9 yards. So 3rd and 1 handoff. Deion Carter Jr. breaks the tackle, and he does get enough for the 1st down. That's a gain of 7, close to the 50. As I love being in this neutral site stadium here to play Missouri Tech, we have not done that against them. As Frazier moves to the right side on the next play, and he scrambles, and he picks up a gain of 6. 1st down for him. He looks good so far, not making many mistakes at all. So here's Frazier this time, moving to the right side. He throws across the middle, and he's got Gonzalvo. A big gain inside the 5, gain of 38. He had an open man down the right side. He made that throw a lot more difficult than it had to be. And now we're inside the 5. Handoff. Hollinson on the first play, and it's going to be a touchdown. 3 yards out. There we go. 10-7 here, and we take the lead here in the conference championship, our first one ever. So here is Pat Perez, the senior, back at a quarterback, and he gets sacked. It's Leon Christopher who gets to him and coughs it up, and it's picked up by Missouri Tech. But Leon Christopher gets in, and he puts a hit on Pat Perez. He's been there all 4 years. He knows what's at stake. And now 3rd and 13. Pat Perez throws across the middle, and it's caught by Chris Cooper. Gain of 4 yards for him, and it's going to be a punt here for Missouri Tech. So here's Adrian West back to receive the punt. He gets some room to left side. He's got a lot of room, actually. Makes a couple men miss. And he's down the sideline. He has a burst of speed right there, setting us up with good field position at about the 33-yard line. Gain of 33, too. So here is Frazier back out onto the field to lead this offense, and he finds the junior tight end. That's Xavier Gonzalvo. He's looking forward to basketball season once again. So now here's Frazier this time, moving out to the right side on a 3rd and 7. Nobody to throw it to. He makes a man miss, though, and he gets 11 yards. 1st down. Gutsy run on Phoenix Frazier's part, and he moves the chains as his clock moves inside of 4.5 minutes left. Throw to left side is going to be caught, and that's Gonzalvo again. He's been busy in this one, gain of 4. A bunch of short yardage catches, but he has it here for his 4th reception of the game. So play action fake here, 2nd and 6, throw to the right side. Gonzalvo again, it's a touchdown, 16 yards. And he's been a leader on this offense. He's going to need to be one next year because we have a ton of seniors on both sides of the ball leaving. And it is 17-7. Nobody saw this coming. And now with this 2-score lead with 3.5 minutes left, let's see if we can come up with a stop. As Pat Perez hands off to the freshman Nick Baker, who has some room up the middle, spins around and gets hit by Kyron Favors, another senior, gain of 9 yards. So now handoff this time, Baker again, and he picks up the first, tackle by Ja'Cory Reed. And now they move the chains as it closes in on 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. Perez throws across the middle, and it's picked off. It's Javon Warren. He's going to take it. And will he get caught? No, it's a touchdown. The captain, Pat Perez, made a quick decision to throw that ball when the ball was snapped. He knew he was going to. And look at this. Javon Warren just steps in front, sees the tight end, and just makes the quick, decisive decision. But all credit goes to Leon Christopher on this play. He has free reign to the quarterback, and he gets in his way, and he cannot see Javon Warren. He panics and throws it, and it's 24-7. So here is Pat Perez back out onto the field. He throws to Nick Baker, the freshman. He's got room. He gets tripped up and tackled out of bounds by Ja'Cory Reed, gain of 31. It's going to take a lot to upset this team. I don't even want to get comfortable with a 24-7 lead. So here is Perez. He's in the Heisman race for a reason. He throws deep, and it's going to be an open man. Touchdown. Just when you think you have a beat on this quarterback, Pat Perez, he makes a throw like that. And it's just that Cooper just ran right past the defense, blown coverage, and it's 24-14. They're right back in this game. So under a minute left. This time it's going to be a throw to left side. Andre Booker, he picks up 17, first down for him. And now this clock continues to run here as we hurried up to the line. Frazier moves to the right side. Let's see what he does. Buy some time. He will take it himself, and he will pick up 10 yards, almost a first down. So now we have it to about the 42 this time. Gunnar Johnson checks into the game here for 3rd and inches. Read option. He takes it up the middle. First down. I'd say we're just on the edge of field goal range. Kristaps Ivanov could probably hit it from here, but we want to get closer and maybe even get a touchdown. So here is TC3 back into the lineup, and he gets his first catch since returning from injury, and that's a gain of 5 for him. He won't play much because he is still hobbled a little bit, but here is Frazier moving to the right side. He throws that way, and it's picked off by Bonds. And we thought Gonzalvo had the inside edge on that linebacker that time, but instead, Tim Bonds makes a play. I thought it was a good matchup. Gonzalvo on a linebacker, I'll take that every day of the week. And it ends up being a turnover before half. It's 24-14. So here we go to start the second half. It has went our way so far. We need to keep it up. Here's a handoff, this time to Nick Baker, and that is Brian York, who's made a couple of big tackles in this one. That's a loss of 3 yards to start out the second half. So they get it to a 3rd and 6. Perez throws across the middle. He's got Cooper again, who does get upfield. Gain of 8 for him, first down. Pat Perez has only had 3 incompletions in this game. Only 1 is an interception. As he lines up here on a play-action fake this time, Perez throws deep. One-on-one, and it's almost picked off. That's Derek Bomaye, who has been getting more and more playing time as the season goes on. I like what he does in the slot. So Joshua Wilson is now in that nickel position as Perez moves to the left side. He breaks a tackle, spins away, and he falls forward for a gain of 3 yards. And now they're just on the edge of field goal range as now Perez comes out with 5 wide. Throw across the middle. It's caught by Hall, who gets tackled by Jacob Drackett. And that's another first down here for Missouri Tech. Mike Hall is actually one of the best rated receivers on the team. He only has 1 catch today. So here's Cooper across the middle. He breaks the tackle and gets another first down. Gain of 12 for him. He's had a huge game. 7 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. So inside the 15 now. Here's Pat Perez. He's running the screen pass out to the left side. He's got Baker, who does get pushed out of bounds on a 3rd and 8. And Baker gets stopped 2 yards. Needed about 8 on that one. And Missouri Tech decides to settle for the field goal, and it's back to a 7-point game. So here's Frazier back out onto the field. Throw across the middle. It's Ethan Andrews. He's got it. And that's another big throw by Frazier this game, and a first down as Deion Carter checks into the game in the backfield. Here's a handoff to him, but he gets lit up. Loss of 2 yards. And David Cunningham leads their team in sacks. He's a big-time enforcer on that D-line. So 2nd and 12 this time. Frazier throws to the right side, and he's got TC3 open, his second catch of the game. He may have had Adrian West open for maybe even a touchdown. He just missed him on that throw, but I'll take the first down anyway. So here's Carter, handoff, 4 yards up the middle. And he's kind of cooled off since a couple of big plays in the first quarter. But now we hand it off to him in back-to-back plays. Handoff, 2nd and 6, and he picks up 6, but is just short of the first down marker. So 3rd and inches this time. Remember, he was stuffed in this type of situation earlier in the game. Handoff, Carter, he coughs it up, and Jefferson falls on it for Missouri Tech, and they take back over. The senior, coming back from injury, gets hit, and that number 1 defense is now coming through. It's a 24-17 lead still, but Missouri Tech has possession. So here's Perez backing onto the field, and he gets hit hard in the pocket, and he coughs that one up. Leon Christopher just teeing off on Pat Perez this game. There must be bad blood there. I don't know. But now we get him to a 3rd and 19. Perez, screen pass, throws, and it's picked off. That's Eddie McMack. He's got it inside the 5 and tackled at about the 1-yard line. Eddie McMack read that one the entire way, and it results in a turnover. And can you believe it? Pat Perez has 5 incompletions. 2 of those have been interceptions. So Jacob Drackett checks in for a little wildcat here. Handoff, Hollinson walks in. Touchdown. 2-score lead here for the Rivercats. Nobody saw this coming, as now Missouri Tech, Pat Perez will have to pull out one, as now he comes out under center, throw to the right side to Brian Johnson, who caught that one, but it's a loss of 1 yard. And now we start the 4th quarter here with a 2-score lead, as Missouri Tech calls another screen pass, and it's stopped by who else? The guy who stopped the other one. It's Eddie McMack. So now we come out with possession, 7.5 minutes left here in this game. We're going to try to play it a little conservative, run the ball a little bit, short passes, not turn the ball over. Let's be smart in this situation. So 3rd and 5 this time. Frazier throws to left side, and it's knocked away. What a play by Marcus Gant, the safety. He laid out on the line, and it's an incompletion, and Missouri Tech comes back onto field on offense. And now Pat Perez has an opportunity to drive the field. He throws out to Cooper for yet another catch in this game. He's at 9. So now they get it to about the 45-yard line here. 3rd and 6. Perez throws, and it's caught. And it's Cooper again, but he's tackled from behind. It's Derek Bamaye on the stop. And now 4th and 2. Another 4th down conversion they're trying to make here. Handoff, Baker. He gets stuffed, and it's a turnover. That's Javon Warren in the backfield. He had nowhere to go. Javon Warren stuffs the middle. Bryant Britt comes to the outside. Ja'Cory Reed even gets in his way. And then Javon Warren cleans it up. I mean, man, this defense is just playing tremendous this game. So here we are trying to run the ball here. 5.5 minutes left, and there's a big-time run to the left side. And Carter picks up a gain of 31. And now we're starting to move the ball a little bit and waste some of this clock, as now we're inside of field goal range as we line up here with the jet sweep. We're going to hand it off to Adrian West. Nice block by Carter, and he does pick up a gain of 9. Now to about a 2nd and 1. You see this clock is starting to wind down. 4.5 minutes left. Handoff. Carter tries to make a move. This time holds on to the ball, though. It's a loss of 1 yard. Tim Bonds again. So 3rd and 2. 5 wide out there. Johnson in the game. He throws, and it's caught. Ethan Andrews, gain of 9. And his clock continues to run inside of 3 minutes left. So Carter's still in the game this time. We're going to run a counter play to left side. And look at that. Our left tackle just gets absolutely dismantled. And it's a loss of 2 yards. That's Taylor on the left side there. So now 3rd and 12 this time. Handoff. Carter just gets to the middle of the field, holding on to the ball. Head coach Tucker Okonkwo calls a timeout. And now it's a 34-17 lead. Under 2 minutes left. I don't think there's enough time to come back, but we got to be sure. Throw, and it's picked off Bryant Britt, and that one should seal this up. Another turnover for Pat Perez. Bryant Britt has his first interception of the game, and that's how this one will end. The Rivercats pull off the impossible. We upset not only our rival, not only the number one team in our conference, but the number one team in the nation, ruining their championship bid. And now, here we go into bowl season. I did not expect a defensive effort like that. 3 turnovers by our defensive secondary, and that's how it goes. Javon Warren had a big-time pick 6. Eddie McMack nearly had one. Bryant Britt. I mean, is that guy good or what? I mean, I don't even know who's going to get defensive MVP again. It's going to be between Brian York and Bryant Britt. I mean, both of those guys have been shut down this year. And our offense, it played well. Deion Carter coming back and having a passing game out of the backfield definitely gave us a different type of look that probably Missouri Tech was not expecting, because usually J.J. Hollinson is not reliable out of the backfield receiving the ball. He's had a ton of drops this year. He might even lead our team in drops, to be honest. And having Carter back definitely gave us that boost. We had 2 sacks by Leon Christopher, and what a big game from him. Ja'Cory Reed actually got there as well. And then the 3 got the interceptions. I mean, what a game by Leon Christopher, though. What a way to end conference play in his senior year for him going into bowl season, because he had pretty much 2 strip sacks, and then he had that big time rush where he forced that interception where Javon Warren took it back. So now we head into bowl season. Dan Settle from the Whitetails actually did win the Heisman by 5 votes. That's a really close voting there. Pat Perez actually dropped down to number 4 after that game. He had 571 votes, but he was still in the running. And we find out we're playing a New Year's Bowl as we play the 29th of December, and we will take on Arkansas State in the Go Daddy Bowl. I was hoping to play a ranked team here, but I'll take it. It's versus a pretty good Arkansas State team, so I'm not that mad. After that victory, Missouri Tech actually jumps to 12-1 and jumps down to number 7 in the BCS polls. They weren't close. And look at Florida. They jumped up to number 1. That's why we highlighted that earlier. They needed Missouri Tech to lose. They jumped all the way up to number 1. They actually jumped Air Force, who I kind of feel bad. They only lost 1 game to Missouri Tech, and because they weren't in the conference championship, they just remained at number 3. So that is going to do it as we capture our first conference championship and look forward to bowl season, our 2nd bowl in a row. Remember, we're already 1-0 in bowls, and we face an Arkansas State team who is very well balanced. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I've been working hard for a minute. The ones who don't deserve it seem to be the ones that get it. The ones who speak the truth never get the recognition, but the ones that act foolish seem to get all the attention. It don't matter though, yeah. Hey, it don't even matter though, no. Hey, it don't even matter.